Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the effects of a frugivore diet, no, a fruitarian diet on me. I've been eating this way for 1 month and 10 days and it's feel absolutely amazing. I'm going to talk about skin, hydration, digestion, weight, mood, and more. So let's start about hydration. Well, I stopped using salt and that's a very good thing to stop salt because I feel better hydrated. I can see it, and it makes my taste buds more sensitive, and I love it. And you see, when you eat only fruit, it's easy to quit salt because fruit does not require salt, so it's awesome. Some nights I cook some fruit like eggplant and squashes, zucchini or pumpkin or this kind of thing, and they taste really nice, just cooked without any salt. So I bake them, or I boil them, or I steam them. So that's a good option. But anyway, I quit all grains, all tubers, all legumes, none of these starch families, and yeah, just fruit, mostly persimmons and grapes. This year I've eaten so many grapes, the most in my life actually. I love it. Mostly these pink grapes or black grapes. I love them. In September I've had a lot of bananas, but I got quite sick of them actually. Um, I know, I think I was blending bananas for all these years because I don't like them plain, and I feel like bananas taste less good year after year. Is it just me, or maybe it's you noticed it too? I don't know. So anyway, no more bananas for now. I'm quite sick of them. I'm having something else at the moment. And so I was talking about skin and hydration. So fruit is very juicy, and I feel hydrated. I don't need to drink that much. I still drink water, but less. Um, okay, next, gases, farts. I don't fart unless I speak when I eat my fruit, and then there's some air that gets trapped in there, or I can have um, air coming out when I have a smoothie that's blended with bubbles. But otherwise, the fruit doesn't make any gas. I don't mix fruit with anything else, so it does not cause fermentation, and certainly no putrefaction. That's the animal product. So I don't have farts. I just have air that's trapped there. So that's good. Not too fart. It's more sexy for sure. And then I need a little less sleep and less rest because in the digestion of fruit is effortless. Whereas if you eat something cooked like starches, it's some more effort, and something fatty and something high protein, it's way more effort. And I don't do any of this. I just eat the fruit that's easy to digest and it's ripe. It's wonderful. Next, yeah, better eyesight. So a few weeks ago, I was walking out there and noticing, wow, my vision is quite good. How come I see so well at that distance? But it's weird because I've been on the screen more recently. So, ah, that's the fruit. The fruit is better for my eyes. Okay, simple. Um, when I was 22 or something like that, my mom told me to go to the ophthalmologist to get some glasses. I, I barely wore them in my whole life. Just a few times when I was driving someone else's car, or when I was going to the cinema, the movie theater. Otherwise, I never needed them. What's the point? I see quite very well actually, unless it's at a far distance. So I keep them somewhere at the back, but I don't use them, and that's why I don't need stronger ones. But that's a whole other topic. Glasses can also be a trap, especially if you don't use them well. Anyway, goodbye glasses. Go back to your inside the furniture. Next, yeah, I'm a little less hungry, so I eat a little less, but I still eat enough, plenty enough. I think the fruit is more efficient, so it gives more energy to the body and it has less waste, like with other categories of food. So that eating fruit is good as long as it's ripe and tasty and sweet. And my hunger is not as strong as before. On starters, I could feel my hunger and say, "Oh, you need to eat now. You need to eat." And now I think, "Hey, you need to eat." You know, it's a slighter, milder hunger that I feel. But I don't let myself go hungry. When I'm hungry, I just eat, and well, that's it. Things are pretty simple. And I think the reason why my hunger is less strong is because the glycemic, what do you call it, the blood sugar is way more stable on a fruit diet. I mean, on a starch diet, it's not bad, but it's better on a fruit diet. And remember that what causes insulin resistance is fat. So people get insulin resistant for about 12 hours after a fatty meal, and it's better to stay away from the fat. And if you eat fat, it's better to do that at dinner time so that you have the whole night to have the blood sugar go back to normal. Okay, so that's about hunger. Hunger is doing great. It seems that the fruit is more efficient for digestion than starches, and that's good. And then weight loss. I have to say it's effortless, or almost effortless. In 1 month and 10 days, I have exercised not so much actually. It's less than before. So I have run twice and have used my bike for a decent ride, maybe 5 times. I would have to count to confirm. So not that much. And actually, I walk. Not every day, but maybe every second day I walk maybe 1 hour or 3 hours. It feels good to walk. I love it. I missed walking because this year I haven't walked enough, not hiked enough, and I'm catching up now with the walking. Because I live in a beautiful area. Love it here. So the weight loss is going well. I will tell you the number at the end of the video. And the exercising is not anything crazy. Okay, then the menstruation. How are my periods? Well, they are even shorter now than on a raw till 4 type diet. Let's say raw till 4 plus some vegan junk food sometimes. And of course, the period now is short, regular, and I don't feel any pain at all. Actually, when the period starts, I feel like some sensation. Is it my period? Not sure. Oh yeah, it is. No pain, no discomfort. Well, in the past, I never had pain in my period. I just had a bit of discomfort, but nothing mean. And when I was an omnivore, my period was lasting 5 days or more. And then on a raw till 4 diet, yeah, 3 days or 3.5, or maybe max 4 days with some vegan greasy junk food included sometimes. You know, it's my period is the lowest, and doctors like John McDougall explained that by saying that the period will be longer and more painful and more abundant when women eat lots of fat or when they eat animal products which contains hormones, which makes the period worse because it makes the uterine layer thicker and then it makes more blood loss, etc. So the fruit is always the best. Fruit always wins if you can eat enough of it. Okay, and next topic, the bowel movement. So right now, it will surprise you, but now it's the same now on a frugivore diet, fruitarian diet, than when I was doing raw till 4. It's the same because I still eat enough fiber. I'm still hydrated. I sit on the throne once a day or twice a day, and that's it. Bowel movement, gone. Very quick. And for the curious ones, my poop is like type 4 on the Bristol scale, and it looks like a beautiful snake. It's soft, it's not hard, it's not liquid, it's just perfect. Next, mood. Well, my mood was good and stable before, but now it's even better. Like, I swear, it just feels so good to be on fruit. Great mood, stable mood. What can I say? Then sense of taste and smell. Well, they have become even more sensitive. And I think the reason is because when you eat fruits, your body needs to make less mucus to protect itself from whatever you're eating. And less mucus means that if you're exposed to something irritating, you're going to feel it. It's not going to feel nice. So 2 days ago, I was in Freiburg in Germany for an AV event, Anonymous for the Voiceless, talking to people in the street. And sometimes people wear perfume, and this irritates my airway so much. I couldn't even speak. Sometimes I have to go away from the perfume. I swear, for me, smelling the perfume of people, it's worse than smelling the cigarette. Yeah, it's that toxic, I think. Anyway, without salt and without starches or without the junk food, yeah, my nose and my mouth are so sensitive. I can eat without salt, even when I cook some fruit. Tastes great. Salt-free eggplant, great. Salt-free squashes, great. Okay, now the weight loss. How much is the weight loss? Well, I have not shown you my body, but I will in the What I Eat in a Day videos. So I have lost already 4.2 kilos in 1 month and 1 month and 10 days. Yeah, it's quite fast, but not too fast. So all good there. I have lost 2 kilos of water weight at the beginning because of the salt. The salt is gone. The body wants to get rid of the salt very fast by using the water. So the salt is out of my body in about 24 hours. It's very fast, that's good. So that's 2 kilos of weight loss and 2.2 kilos of fat. And last point, the resistance of the skin to sunburn. I don't know about that because now it's November, there's barely any sun. I cannot say if I resist the sun well, like some other fruitarians have experimented in their own lives. I've seen blondes and gingers living in the tropics, eating only fruit and having no sunburns. That's what they say. I'm going to tell you next summer if it works for me in France. And I can't wait because my skin was quite resistant to sun, even though I have a blonde complexion. So, but the only months when I could get sunburn were June and July. Otherwise, now I'm pretty sunproof with the diet I had no roti for before. But now it's only fruit. I think it's going to be even better. And my goal is to not need any hat or sunscreen because it's toxic chemicals. I'd like to not use any of it. It would be best. But we'll see. I don't know. What else? Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions, well, I'll answer them by writing or in a video. We'll see. Do you have a similar experience? I know that a lot of fruit eaters follow me, so does your experience with a frugivore diet differ in some ways, or is it the same? Or are there other considerations that I haven't listed here? Let me know. I'm curious, very interested in these topics. So thanks for watching and see you soon.